All right. I would like to call to order the regular meeting for December 11th, 2025. Ms. Johnson, if you will, do the roll call.
Mr. M. Hill.
Here.
Mr. Daniels.
Here.
Mr. S. Hill.
Here.
Mr. Holbrook.
Here.
Dr. Hubach.
Here.
Mr. Carnes.
Here.
Mrs. Purvis.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
I have a motion to allow board members to participate remotely in the December 11th regular meeting in accordance with BCPS policy BDD. All right, I have a motion by Mr. Daniels. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Mr. Holbrook. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, welcome to the meeting. Ms. Purvis, if you will, please state why you are not able to be present.
We have family health issues that I have to attend to.
Okay, thank you. All right, do I have a motion for the approval of the agenda for December 11th?
So moved.
All right, have a motion by Mr. S. Hill. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Daniels. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, agenda is approved. If you will, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next will be a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, 2.01 Superintendent's Report, Mr. DePere.
Welcome to the Superintendent's Report for December 2025. I'd like to start by thanking all the students, parents, faculty, and staff for their continued support and cooperation with our recent snow days. As a transplant to this area, I've been told that this is not a normal December. And so it has been eventful, and I don't think that we're done at this point. But I want to remind parents that and staff that Bedford County is a large land area, and while each zone may not see the impact the other zones see, please remember that we will always err on the side of caution for student and employee safety. So your continued cooperation is much appreciated. Friday, December 19th marks the last day of the first semester. Students will be out of school for a combined winter Christmas break from Monday, December 22nd, and please note this change to Friday, January 2nd. Please note that the official calendar is being changed due to the pending winter weather advisory issued for tomorrow by the National Weather Service. School will be closed on Friday, December 12th, and we have changed the teacher workday, originally scheduled for Monday, January 5, to a regular school day. Look for more information as we get closer to that. And note that we have had many discussions about making days up physically or making days up in virtual. I'll say it personally, I'll take the brunt of this. I think kids learn better in the classroom than they do sitting in front of a computer. And I think we can make adjustments to our calendar in January that will give our kids that same class time that they've missed this week. I want to address a very important issue tonight. I want to give information. In the recent weeks, we've seen the school performance and support framework finally come out. And so I want to go through this and kind of tell you where Bedford falls. Over the past 4 years, the Virginia Department of Education has been working to redesign the state's accountability system. This work has led to a creation of a new model, the School Performance and Support Framework. Just last week, the Commonwealth released its first results under this updated framework. Tonight, I'd like to share our overall division outcomes with more detailed school-level reports to follow in future board meetings. The new system evaluates schools across three primary areas: mastery, performance in core tested subjects; growth, student progress in reading and mathematics from year to year; and readiness, indicators that reflect student preparedness beyond academic achievement. Readiness indicators differ by school level. In elementary schools, readiness is measured by improvements in chronic absenteeism. In middle schools, readiness includes both improvements in absenteeism and the participation of advanced coursework. And at the high school level, readiness is based on the 3E framework, students demonstrating preparation for employment, enlistment, or post-secondary education. Additionally, high schools are evaluated on the fourth measure of graduation. VDOE looks at both the standard on-time graduation rate and the extended 6-year cohort rate to determine each high school's graduating rate. Data collected in each of these areas is described above is used to place schools into one of the 4 performance categories. This week we were able to identify our schools, and I'll go over those in a second. But those 4 areas are distinguished, exceeds expectations, on track, meets expectations, off track, does not meet expectations, and receives extra state support, and needs intensive support significantly below expectations and receives the strongest support from the state. We have 5 schools considered off track: Bedford Elementary, Bedford Primary, Huddleston Elementary, Montvale Elementary, and Stewartsville Elementary. There are 10 schools that meet expectations and are on track based on last year's data: Big Island, Boonesboro, Forest, Goodview, Manita, New London Academy, Otter River, Forest Middle, Liberty Middle, and Stanton River. And finally, we have 4 schools that have received a rating of distinguished: Thomas Jefferson Elementary, and all of our high schools: Stanton River, Liberty, and Jefferson Forest. All of the schools in Bedford County are fully accredited based on the standards of quality. Congratulations to all of our schools, principals, students who performed well, even though the accountability measures that weren't finalized until after the test was already given. We look forward to having this data to reach even greater performance levels next year. Also, 2 months ago, I started a segment on the effects of smartphones, the pros and the cons. And we've looked at the increased mental and emotional effects. Tonight, I want to look very briefly. I'm not going to read through all of this. I'm not going to give you all of it. I'm going to give you 3 links. And keep in mind, as I've gone through these 3 different areas, or I go through these 3 areas, there are links on this letter that will be posted tomorrow. And for November and October, they can take you in for a deeper dive as you and kind of investigate how important this is to your own family. But tonight I'd like to look at the complications of increased physical health concerns such as eye strain, reduced physical activity, neck and posture issues. One of the things that we see most in youth is the reduced physical activity. There is a link called Side Effects of Cell Phones, and more importantly, the tips to control use. And it brings up some great ideas on how we can use our phones better and more efficiently. And they also have cognitive benefits such as thinking, reasoning, and remembering, all those important to our school-age students and adults as well. The second link is ways in which smartphones can wreck your health. And it talks about all of the things such as blue light and a list of things after that. But I found something really interesting, and I don't want to see all of you start cleaning your phones right now. But the research says that we get illness a lot of times from our cell phone because 1 in 6 cell phones contain or carry E. coli bacteria. So that makes you think about how you use your phone, where you use your phone, and how you should clean it properly. The third link really gets into how to take a break from your smartphone and how that rewires your brain. And I think one of the important things here as we talk about how this relates to school-age children is that these simple but challenging suggestions can improve our sleep, it can improve our focus, encourage better memory, reduce anxiety, all of these beneficial to academic performance and all worth the health benefits in the long run. Next month, I'll look at negative social and behavioral effects. And the link that I'm already posting is about that next month, and that is how do smartphones affect our mental health. Now, at this time, I'd like to divert off a little bit, and I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome our new school board members. Mr. Jordan Carnes, District 1, who joined us in the board meeting of November. And also starting in January, Mrs. Jill Dobson, District 4, who will be joining us on January 1. In closing, I would like to offer a very heartfelt thank you and best wishes to school board member and present school board chairman Marcus Hill for his 8 years of service to the division and to District 4 from January 1, 2018 to the coming date of December 31st, 2025. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship. And thank you for all you've done for Bedford County.
Thank you.
On a personal note, thank you for embracing me, even in what has been a very difficult year with health for me. I thank the good Lord that He's had His hand over me, but I also thank you for your relationship, and it's been an honor to work with you.
Same. Thank you,
And
sir.
I still have a little present. I've got one of these myself. And this will go well in your office. But first of all, this and this.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's been-
I don't think. And if you'd like to say a word or two, I would give you the rest of my time.
I'll save that for the end.
You bet. That concludes my report.
All right. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. All right, we are gonna skip over public comment, and we're gonna go to additional action items, 4.01, approval of RFP for HVAC at Stanton River High School and Liberty High School. Mr. Hagler?
Yes, good evening. The board, we issued a RFP, request for proposal, for really a complicated project at both Liberty High School and Stanton River High School, HVAC and also roofing. Those were issued and we waited for respondents to submit those. We received 2 full submittals from 2 vendors on November 28th. Staff reviewed those and then met with the facility committee to review them. And then we brought both vendors in for interviews on December 10th. So the facility committee with staff did those interviews on the 10th. And based upon those interviews, there's a recommendation to move forward with the negotiations with Southern Air for these 2 projects at the 2 schools. We still have to kind of negotiate the final contract price. That will be reviewed by the facility committee before I sign as agent of the board. So the recommendation is that the full board approve moving forward with Southern Air as the preferred vendor for these 2 projects. The projects will, for the most part, take place next summer, but may linger and go into the year because of the complexity and some things that we got to get done. There is enough money in the maintenance reserve fund for both of these projects. Came in a little bit higher than than the budget that was set like 2 or 3 years ago, but inflation and other things, but there's still negotiations that still have to be made on this. And I have two of the members on the committee are here if there's any questions.
Questions? I only have one. I noticed on the email this week where it said there would be some replacement, but also roof repair or roof replacement.
The roofing, we're probably gonna split out from this and bid that out separately as a low bid. So we have to get some specs because what was put together, I think the committee felt better putting that out separately. So the negotiations will be on the HVAC and then probably a separate low bid proposal being put out and receiving those for the roofing. So some of it is repairs, but exactly what we're gonna do on those, but when you're redoing the HVAC, you have to get to the equipment and that's the best time to do some roofing.
So the roof that has to be changed, is it just like the top of it? So it's not where you can see it, or is it part of, what I'm trying to get to is I eventually want to see Liberty High School, the roofing, the color scheme changed. Don't know when that happened, but we've got a green roof on a school that's red, white, and blue. Makes no sense to me. So what I'm trying to get at is, as we're doing those changes, I'd like to get to at least where we're thinking about the color scheme of more of a neutral versus a color that has nothing to do with the school.
These were all flat roofs.
Okay, so that answers my question. So the green, none of that green would be even touched or replaced? Perfect.
It may have been based upon the proposals, because some of the existing equipment is underneath the roofs, but they had to cut in to get to that, that might have been part of it, but that's, I think with Southern Air, that is not their solution, so that we don't have to do that.
Okay, perfect. All right. Any other questions? All right, do I have a motion? You do want approval tonight, correct?
Approval to move forward with negotiation with Southern Air,
Okay,
yes, sir.
so do I have approval for the negotiations? All right, I have a motion by Mr. Daniels. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Holbrook. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Mr. Hagley, you have that approved. All right, 4.02, approval of the 26-27 program of studies. Dr. Trosper?
Yep, last month I presented the program of studies for the next school year as an information item, so it's before you as an action item tonight. There's two minor changes to what was presented. I added the names of our new board members, and then I added the fifth goal that was voted on by the board a few months ago. So that's the only changes from last month, so we're just asking for approval tonight.
Any questions? Do I have a motion for that approval?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. S. Hill. Second?
Second.
Dr. Kubak? Any discussions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? All right, 4.02 is approved. 4.03, approval of policy updates presented at the November 13th meeting. Mr. DePere?
The Intergovernmental Affairs Committee met on October 27th, 2025 to review proposed revisions to the following 9 policies. Policy DA, Management of Funds. Policy EBB, School Crisis, Emergency Management, and Medical Emergency Response Plan. Policy IKEB, Acceleration. Policy JCB, Transfers by Students in presently dangerous schools. Policy JFCF, Drugs in Schools. Policy JFCG, Cell Phones and Other Personal Electronic Communication Devices. Policy GABA, that is specific to employee use of personal electronic communication. And policy JO, student records. And final, policy KI, public solicitation in the schools.
All right, any questions on that? Do I have a motion to approve the policy updates presented at the November 13th board meeting?
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Holbrook. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Daniels. Again, any discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Ms. Purvis?
I said aye,
Okay.
sorry.
All right, thank you. Any opposed? All right, that is approved. All right, do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Mr. Chair, pursuant to, I make a motion that we go into closed session pursuant to Code of Virginia, 2.2-3711A. 1, for the discussion, consideration, or interviews of prospective candidates for employment, assignment, appointment, promotion, performance, demotion, salaries, disciplining, or resignation of specific employees of Bedford County Public Schools.
I have a motion by Mr. Daniels. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Kubak. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we're in closed session. Daniels, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. S. Hill. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? All right, Ms. Johnson, if you will certify the meeting.
Whereas the Bedford County School Board has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. And whereas section 2.2-3712D of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by this school board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the Bedford County School Board hereby certifies that, to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification applies, and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered. Mr. Carnes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
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 Thank you.
All right, do I have a motion for action on the closed meeting items?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we uphold the superintendent's recommendation for employee number E121125A.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Carnes. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. You have what you need, Ms. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, do I have a motion for the approval of the consent agenda?
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I have a motion by Mr. Daniels. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Buck. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, consent agenda is approved. All right, matters from the board, committee reports. Mr. Carnes, you have anything?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Holbrook?
No, well, we had a meeting, yesterday for the interviews that Randy talked about. And I don't think we have a facility meeting scheduled for anytime soon. So,
Yeah, no, just kind of echoing, we had those interviews. I do want to thank Southern Air and Moores for providing very thorough explanation of the projects and all the time that took to put those bids together. They were extraordinarily complicated.
Good deal. Mr. Daniels?
Nothing for the IGA.
Nothing for CPO.
All right. Ms. Purvis?
Gov School already hired their new director for next year, so we canceled our Gov School meeting for December, and STEM Academy did not have one in December, so no other committee meeting.
We'll go right back to you, Ms. Purvis, for comments and concerns from school board members.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Marcus, for leading us. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I think it's kind of ironic that the day that your last day of being on the board, I'm not there to harass you enough. But I thank you for all of your leadership and for your guidance all these last few years that I have been on the board, and your patience with me as I've been learning the ropes. I also want to just, there's been a couple of things that have concerned me regarding online stuff that's going on with students. The biggest concern I'm having is the sexting. And from what I'm understanding, there are people who are getting kids to take pictures of themselves, send it to who they think is a friend, and then they're blackmailed and either paying money or doing things for that. And I think that it's important that we make our students aware of this, because it's not just in big cities. In fact, it's more likely in rural areas. So I'm really, I think Mr. Dupere has been working on making parents and teachers more aware of the dangers of cell phone uses and things like that, and I want to commend him on that, and also just kind of fan that flame to make sure that we are doing all we can to protect our children and our schools from this, and it starts all the way down to third grade. And so we do need to make sure that we are at least making sure that our students are aware of this, so that's all.
Yeah, thank you, Marcus, for your leadership, your friendship, and your guidance as we learn the ropes here. You will be greatly missed. And your service to Bedford County will long be remembered.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just I would say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to everybody. Hope it's very safe and prosperous New year. Look for great things to come in the beginning of the year for next year. And I actually wrote some stuff down from Mr. Hill. But I mean, I don't know what I can say that already hasn't been said, and probably, will continue to be said, that you've been just a great leader and a friend to me since I've been on this board. I feel like you've been, ever since I met you, your focus has always been on getting the best results for the students and trying to ensure that we, no matter what, there's a lot of noise out there, that we stay focused on just that. I know that in being on this board and in different committees and other talks that we've had, that you're truly focused on just trying to create the best environment for the teachers and the staff and faculty and leadership here. And I know that you always continue to fight for what's best for Bedford County Public Schools. You're certainly going to be missed on this board, but I know you're not going to stop fighting for Bedford County Public Schools and Bedford County in general. I personally will continue to rely on your counsel and advice when it comes to things going on with our schools. I mean, truly just appreciate all your years of service and your years of friendship to me and others, and just want to congratulate you on the job well done.
Appreciate that. Mr. Hill.
Well, I'm gonna just echo what everyone else said. My first interaction with you, Mr. Hill, was me attacking you on social media.
Had a few of those.
Yeah, and I tell you what, ever since, that first interaction I had with you, you answered that with grace and with openness. And the subsequent, before I was on the board, I was always impressed with how you handled yourself. And I took a lot from that, from the integrity that you've dealt with other people with, the transparency, openness, and particularly your willingness to listen to others and have an open mind about to change your mind. I think that's a rare trait to have, and I really appreciate what I've seen in you. And how you've kind of helped me in the last year as I kind of got plunged into this thing, kind of helping guide me as I was trying to wrap my head around it. So I really appreciate that. Turning a little bit from that, on August the 7th, we sat here and talked about computer usage and Chromebooks and that kind of stuff. And one of the things I wanted to follow up on now that we're kind of getting to the end of the semester is for the next meeting or the following one in February, maybe getting some of that data that Mr. Sexton, you had talked about, seeing what we're actually doing so we can start to get a baseline. I know this is the first semester that we're going to have this data, but I'd love to see it moving forward, if we can have it a semi-regular report, so we're understanding, but we got to set a baseline somewhere. We've got a baseline, we can talk about whether or not we like the baseline, but that'll help us moving forward as well. So if that's something we can kind of work with getting put together, that would be great.
Mr. Holbrook.
Well, it really has been an honor working with you. And, it's an honor to call you my friend, for sure, and I mean that. And you've certainly done a good job leading. I'm glad you took the chair one more time, so we didn't have to. But, one thing about Marcus is you don't have to wonder what he's thinking. So, I like that. It really has, and then we're gonna miss you.
I appreciate that. Mr. Carnes.
Well, I don't know you that well.
This is not about me, this is your comments, man.
It's been an honor today to get. But in light of that, it's gonna be an honor for me to serve on this governing body and to get to know all our board members, our staff, our students, hopefully some of our teachers.
that I'm gonna rise to apparently very big shoes, and do as well. I do wanna celebrate the season with our fellow board members and our staff, our students, and the people of Bedford County. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. I think we've got a lot accomplished this year so far. I'd like to kind of carry this momentum, this energy, this drive into next year and kind of see what 2026 looks like. The dedication that the board has kind of has inspired me, and I appreciate everything you guys have done. So, thank you.
You've joined a great board. I will definitely say that, so. All right, so Ms. Johnson, we've got 15 minutes before public comment.
You're the chairman, sir. You can run the board meeting how you want to.
Well, I just wanted to confirm because there's nobody signed
I know,
up for
that's
public
correct.
comment. So before I give my closing comments, if the board will allow me to go to public comment to ask if there's anyone here who would like to speak or have comments that did not sign up. Diane, am I okay to jump from one and then back to my closing comment? Okay, I just want to make sure we do it correctly. So.
I think you know after 8 years.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's some things that I thought I know, and then Ms. Johnson corrects me. All right, so I'm gonna read the spiel because legally I have to. So we're gonna jump to public comment. The public comment portion of tonight's agenda is limited to 40 minutes. Speakers are asked to state their name and voting district. The school board is here to listen to your comments, but will not engage or respond to speakers during this 40-minute period. Please remember that this is a public meeting and that we expect all speakers to refrain from any foul, profane, abusive, or hateful language during their comments or any time while in attendance during this meeting. We also ask that speakers keep their remarks objective and about the school in nature. Please keep all comments limited to matters related to the public schools, and any comments that are harassing or amount to a personal attack against any identifiable individual, whether board member or staff or student, or having the potential to cause unnecessary delay or disruption to this meeting are prohibited. This is a public meeting for public matters. If a speaker is not present when their name is called, we will proceed with the next name on the list. An individual who is not signed up to speak may not substitute for that time slot. Individuals will have 4 minutes to address the board. An alarm will sound when an individual has 30 seconds remaining, and a second alarm will sound when the allotted 4 minutes have expired. When the second alarm sounds, please discontinue speaking and allow the next person in line to come to the podium. Should you be unable to finish your comments, please send or give them to Ms. Johnson, and she will give them to board members. Please do not adjust the microphone at the podium as it has been positioned for optimum audio quality. Again, no one has signed up, but is there anyone here that would like to speak?
Good evening. Amy Sneed, District 7, just for old time's sake. It's been great to see you all, and it's been quite a while since I've stood behind this mic. Tonight we have the privilege of recognizing someone whose dedication has shaped the lives of our students, our families, and our community. On behalf of parents, teachers, and staff, and the many students whose path you've helped brighten, we want to express our deep gratitude to Mr. Marcus Hill for his outstanding service on our school board. Serving on a school board is arguably one of the most thankless positions, and I don't have to tell you guys that. It's not easy work. It means long evenings, complex decisions, and countless hours spent listening, learning, and advocating. It means balancing budgets while keeping students at the center, navigating challenges while staying grounded in what matters most, and making choices that will impact young people for years to come. Mr. Hill has done this with integrity, conviction, and a genuine belief in the excellence that Bedford County students can achieve. During your time on the board, you have been a strong voice for parents, a champion for educators, and a tireless supporter of programs that help every child achieve their best. You've shown up day after day, year after year, not for recognition, but because you care. Your family has felt the weight of community opinions, both good and bad, and missed out on time with you while you've served with others. So thank you to Julie and this whole row of Hills back here for the sacrifice that you guys have made too. Your leadership has left a lasting mark on this district. Your commitment to students and parents amidst the pandemic was unwavering. Many of us stood outside this door waiting for a voice inside, and some of those individuals sit behind you right now. Because of you, Mrs. Kirby and Mr. Leamy, parents' voices were heard during that time, and real change happened. Our schools are stronger, our students have more opportunities, and our community is better because of your service. So tonight, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your commitment, your wisdom, your patience, and your heart. Thank you for the sacrifices you made to serve, and thank you for standing firm. We are grateful for all you've given, and we wish you the very best. Enjoy your family, your grandbabies, and all the freedom you now have on the second Thursday of every month.
Thank you. All right, anyone else? Yes, sir.
I'm Dave Dietrich of the Fourth, and I want to second everything that's been said by the board and also Amy, that, gosh, you're going to really be missed. And thank you so much for your service, your friendship, and you have moved this whole organization forward in a very positive way. And that's going to be so important for the next year or so, because as we know, there's a new regime coming in Richmond. With that playing politics, we know there are going to be sea changes attempted. And that's going to have things that are going to have to be addressed at our level here. And so we all know that. And with that, we got to keep the fight going in a positive way. And the kids need us. They need our help. Both sides, the elected officials and also the professional folks in education. We need to move forward. So thank you so much, and you all have a blessed Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and so forth and so on. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? All right, I will close tonight's public comment time. Board members, are we good for me to close out, and then do we need to wait till 6 o'clock? You guys good? We allow public comment? All right.
What's the hurry?
What's the hurry? I'll stay. All right, so I had to write this down. Tonight, this is crazy. Tonight marks my final regularly scheduled board meeting. That's key. It has truly been an honor to serve our community as a member of the Bedford County School Board for the past 8 years. While I will no longer hold the District 4 School Board seat as of January 1st, 2026, my commitment to our schools and community remains strong, so I'm not going anywhere. I look forward to continuing to be involved in the great work happening here, whether through our schools or other community activities. At the heart of this work, it's always been about the learners. Karen, I had to put that word in there. It takes us way back. Making sure they have opportunities that best fit their needs and help them thrive. Working with the executive team has been one of the most rewarding parts of this journey. Your vision and leadership have left a lasting mark, and I'm grateful to have contributed alongside each of you. I want to take a moment to acknowledge my wife and my family for the sacrifices they've made to allow me the privilege of serving. Their support has meant everything to me throughout this journey. To my fellow board members, I wish all of you the best as you continue shaping the future of education in Bedford. I am confident that even greater things are ahead, and I look forward to celebrating those successes with you. Again, thank you to everyone that's here tonight, everyone that may be watching, and everyone that has supported me along the way. It has absolutely been an opportunity to serve this community. So with that, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Holbrook. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Daniels. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
That's like the shortest.